the story came from a lot of just what Zal and I were feeling at the time, which is like young and just entering the working world.
You know, you sort of come out of college, you get a job, and you think, is this it? Like, this is modern life, like it all adds up to this. And I think Brit and I were both really fascinated with alternative ways of living. So we started researching different ways of living. And then we started traveling. One summer, summer 2009, Brit and I hit the road.
You know, you just travel with backpacks and sleeping bags, and the idea is that you're living off the grid of capitalism. You know, you don't buy anything, and you don't wear makeup, and you haven't looked at a mirror for ages, and your hair is greasy, and your face is sunburned, and we started sort of living this like traveler's life. We met up with a lot of anarchist collectives, and we lived with some of them for a while, and we traveled on the road and by train and started train hopping and met all these people who had a lot of really interesting ideas about how you might live an accountable, meaningful life.
It felt just the natural thing to do. We were young, and these people were mostly our age, or a little younger, a little bit older, and they were exploring different ways of living, and we just wanted to know about those things.
Here, eat these. You need some sugar. I'm gonna go dive the next one, okay? Stay here.
Yeah. I think a lot of our experience on the road really informed a lot of Sarah's journey. I mean, I think we were a bit repelled at first by these ideas of, I'm gonna get in this dumpster, you know, and you're thinking of, ooh, you know, bugs and rotten things and maggots, but it's not like that, you know? You go dumpster diving, you get in the dumpster, and you're just finding like packages of bread that have been thrown away because they're expired, but nothing's wrong with them.
I can't believe these were on their way to a landfill.
We'd all cook 3 meals a day out of this food, and it was great food.
Why all the dumpster diving? They eat garbage on principle. It's not rotten food. It's good food that has to be thrown away legally. The system is broken.
That summer, when we went and lived with various activist groups, was one of the best summers of my life. I mean, it changed me. Brit and I aren't a couple, but we're very close friends. And to be able to have done that with Brit was an extraordinary experience.
I don't think we ever thought we'd necessarily make a movie from it. We were just living our lives, and those were the ideas that we were interested in. And then gradually this story sort of began to take shape.
Ailey, marker.
The story is of a young woman who works at a private espionage company who is asked to infiltrate this group of anarchists who are doing illegal things against corporations and need to be brought to justice.
I've been researching this field exclusively for 9 months. I'm unexpected. Being unexpected is the only advantage that matters.
We were interested in telling the story of someone who's exploring these different worlds. She changes her hair color, she gets new clothes, and you know, she's very good at this sort of very strange job of deep cover.
I'm looking for the East tag.
I heard the East doesn't exist.
This group says that they have 2 jams left until they will disappear and resurface with a larger organization.
They're good at getting people inside an operation. That's their job, to find out exactly what it is, to know what they're going to do next.
I want to know what the next 2 jams are. Avert those disasters, come out looking like a leader in the intelligence community with 2 new clients. After that, you can lock them up till middle age.
When Sarah comes to the group, she doesn't realize that she's sort of gonna hit jackpot here.
It's a very tight group, and when you have a newcomer just show up like that, they have to be careful.
Who is she?
I'm Sarah.
Drive her back.
Is
They gotta make sure that the people they let in are worthy and are willing to fight as well.
I'll help you.
There are consequences.
I know.
A lot of what the East is about is complacency, because they're questioning everything that we take for granted.
What's wrong with the fish?
they're dying because you poisoned the water.
I think this film is going to be interesting in how people view what these individuals do. And I think it poses a lot of ethical questions that will be interesting, I think, for the audience.
You create, for a living, toxic chemicals that will outlive us all and feel nothing. but tonight you will feel something.
I think the East is a lot about how the East infiltrates Sarah as much as it is about Sarah infiltrating the East.
What's gonna happen to those people?
Nothing. Their drug is as safe as they claim it is.
I think they're characters that you both really love what they're doing, and then I think you're really scared of what they're doing.
You don't know quite what to feel. You're constantly switching allegiances as Sarah is.
It's an espionage thriller, but I think also it's set in this world and against a backdrop that is incredibly provocative and so resonant for the time we're living in.
Hi, ich bin Diane Weiskarre. Ich gehöre zum Management von Hogstone. Der wunderschöne See, an dem wir hier stehen, ist
Wir sind the East. Uns ist egal, wie reich ihr seid. Alle, die schuldig sind, sollen das Grauen ihrer Verbrechen am eigenen Leib erfahren. Es ist leicht, wenn es nicht dein Leben ist. Wenn es nicht dein Zuhause ist. Aber wenn ihr schuldig seid, solltet ihr nachts nicht ruhig schlafen können. Vor allem dann nicht, wenn wir wissen, wo ihr wohnt. Belügt ihr uns, belügen wir euch. Beobachtet ihr uns, beobachten wir euch. Vergiftet ihr uns, vergiften wir euch. In den nächsten 6 Monaten greifen wir 3 Konzerne wegen ihres weltweiten Terrorismus an. Und das ist erst der Anfang.